When we were first given birth to, we were innocent. We came to the earth innocent. Our minds were like a tabula rasa, like a blank slate, free from ideologies, free from ideas, free from notions, free from it. But as we started growing, we started inheriting our parents' prejudices. We started inheriting the society's prejudices and things like that. So, and that is basically what uh, Once Upon an Elephant by Gabriel Okara wants us to look into. So Gabriel Okara talks about this transformation, this shift from childhood innocence, from puerile innocence to the complexity of adulthood. Once upon a time, once upon a time, son, they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes, but now they only laugh with their feet, while their eyes lock cold I'll search behind my shadow. There was a time indeed they used to shake hands with their hearts, but that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without hearts, while their left hand search my empty pockets. Feel at home, come again, they say. And when I come again and feel at home once, twice, there will be no tries, for then I'll find doors shut on me. So I have learned many things, son. I have learned to wear many faces like dresses: home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles like a fixed portrait smile. And I have learned to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands without my heart. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance, to say glad to meet you without being glad, and so, and to say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. I want to unlearn all these muting things. Most of all, I want to relearn how to laugh, for my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth, like a snake's bare fangs. So show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. So this particular poem, it has a total of 43 lines, sectioned into seven stanzas. It has seven stanzas and 43 lines. And like I said in the introduction of this video, this poem is all about the erosion of childhood innocence as a child transforms into an adult. How he learns new things, how he learns to fit in into the adult world at the expense of his childhood innocence. So this is what this poem is all about. So, and one thing I want us to know is that this poem comes across as a conversation between a father and his son. Well, we can't really call it a conversation because the child does not have any input throughout the conversation. It is the father, it's more or less like a monologue, only that the child can hear. The child is on the receiving side of the conversation. So, and in the poem, the the son, father tells the son about how adult world works and how he himself envies his child's innocence, how he himself wants his child's innocence. So in the first stanza of the poem, once upon a time. So once upon a time is a formulaic expression associated with storytelling. And as we can see here, once upon a time, son, it gives us the imagery of a father that sits his son down to tell him a story. So they used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. So the father is telling his son about a particular set of people that used to laugh with their hearts and laugh with their eyes. That is, there was this genuine expression of emotions, genuine sincerity in the expression of emotions. But now they only laugh with their teeth while their eyes block cold eyes search behind my shadow. So we witness a shift from sincere expression of emotion to insincere or insincere expression of emotion or superficial expression of emotion. So they only laugh with their teeth while their eyes block cold eyes. So there is a comparison of their eyes, with eyes block, to tell you how cold their stare, their glance, their stare and glances are. So comparison with the to eyes block. Then search behind my shadow. So in the first stanza of the poem, we witness there is a contrast between sincerity in the expression of emotion of the past and the insincerity in the expression of the emotions in the present. So what? And another thing is, in this stanza, we only have this vague idea of the they, what this pronoun, this third person pronoun they represents. So we don't have a clear picture of who the father is referring to, but we'll get to know as we read the rest of the poem. So in stanza 2, there was a time indeed they used to shake hands with art, with their art. They used to shake hands with their art, but that's gone, son. So there is this sense of nostalgia, and there's this sense of nostalgia in the poem. The father, or let's say the poetic persona, is trying to recollect a time in the past when people used to express emotions with genuinity, but now they do that with a superficiality. So that's what we have in the second stanza. There was a time indeed they used to shake hands with their heart. So which means the expression of emotion, when you're happy, when you're sad, you do that directly from your heart. You do that directly from your heart with all sense of sincerity. But that's gone, son. Now they shake hands without their heart. They shake hands without their heart. So now they express emotions. They express emotions without the thing coming from the core of their being. So they do it just for doing sake, without coming from the core of their being. While their left hands search my empty pocket. So these two lines give us this sense of suspicion, continual suspicion. So each person is suspicious of the other. So that's what we have in the poem. So as you can see, the first stanza, we have a contrast of a time in the past and a time in the present. In this stanza 2, there is a contrast between that time and this time. So feel at home. This stanza 3, is a continuation of the second stanza. Feel at home, come again, they say, and when I come again and feel at home, once, twice, there will be no tries, for then I find doors shut on me. So this stanza is reinforcing what the message, the first two stanzas have been discussing, have centered on. So now people say, feel at home, come again. But when you come again and feel at home, when you do exactly what they say, there will be no tries. then you would overstay your welcome. You would overstay your welcome with them, and they are the ones saying the thing. They are the ones saying you should feel at home, you should come again. But what they are saying is not coming directly from the core of their being. It's not coming directly from their heart. So they just say it for the sake of saying it, for the sake of pleasantries, for the sake of appearing woke, for the sake of conforming to societal expectations. It is not coming from the core of their being. So if you take their words on the face value, you will discover that they do not mean such words. They do not mean such words. They only say it because society has taught them to say such nice words, such niceties. Then in the fourth stanza, so I have learned many things, son. I have learned to wear many faces like dresses. So the father is telling us that he is also part of the day. He has become part of the day. The day. The third person plural pronoun he started the poem with. He is now part of the day. He has learned a lot of things too. He has learned a lot of these things, so he's part of the day. I have learned to wear many faces like dresses. So he has learned to wear many faces like dresses. So home face refers to that face you present, that face, that emotional reaction you present at home, maybe to your children, to your wife, to your relatives, etc., etc. Home face, that's home face. Even when you are on the brink of frustration, you have to pretend you are not frustrated. Then office face is what the society expects you to present yourself, how the society expects you to present yourself in the office. The office, the emotional reaction, the emotions the society wants you to present in your office. Then we have street face, walking along the streets, how your face is supposed to be, how your face is supposed to be. You smile at everyone, even when underneath you are sad, even when you underneath you are angry at the person, so you still have to smile all the same. Then we have host face. You are hosting a party, you are hosting you are hosting a social function. So regardless of your own personal emotions, you still have to pretend to be that happy host. Then cocktail face, the kind of face you present in cocktail parties. You smile, you smile, you laugh, even though the thing is not really coming from your heart, with all their conforming smiles. So it's saying basically what we've already said. So with all their conforming smiles. So in every of these functions, you have to smile. You're expected to smile everywhere. And each has its own peculiar smile. And you're expected to conform to this societal expectation. Without it, you would be seen as in the bad light. You would be seen in the bad light, like a fixed portrait smile, like a fixed portrait smile. So it's a fixed thing. So once you leave your home and you get to the office, you have to change. You have to change your face to that of the office. Once you leave your office and go to the street, there is a certain face you have to wear, just like a dress. You have to wear. Like it's similar to changing of dresses. Then host face, you have to smile. You smile. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Even though you have issue with one of your guests, you still have to pretend not to have issue with your guest. So it's erodes that emotion. It erodes the emotion you find with a child. When a child is angry, a child will cry. When a child will throw tantrums. But as an adult, you would be seen as someone who is not matured enough if you Do some of these things if you express your emotion from the core of your being. So, and this particular stanza brings me to a saying by Franz Kafka. So he wrote the popular short story, The Metamorphosis. So Franz Kafka is credited to have said, "I was ashamed of myself when I realized life was a costume party and I attended with my real face." So he was credited to have said, "I was ashamed of myself when I realized life was a costume party and I attended with my real face." So basically what we have in it's talking about what we have in this stanza, because you are not expected to express your real emotions. So when you from one function to the other, you have to keep changing a costume. Talking about your face, you have to keep changing costume. Oh, how do they expect me to present myself here? How do they expect me to appear here? So you change from one function to the other. Then we have stanza 5, and I have learned too. So this is a continuation of stanza 4. So the father is still talking about things he has learned from the society. "And I have learned to laugh with only my teeth and shake hands with only my heart." Well, this is a re-echoing of what we have here. Shake hands with their heart, shake hands without, okay, shake hands with their heart, and then laugh with their eyes. So you can laugh with their teeth. So he's also laughing with their teeth, with his own teeth, and he's also shaking hands with his without his heart. You can see it's a echo, an echo of what we have in the first two stanzas, to tell us that this father is already part of that society he's trying to criticize. He's already part of that society. He has conformed to that society already, to the societal expectations. I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. So this also is a reinforcing of come again, come again, then find doors shut on me. So this is just to tell us that we will witness this paradox, goodbye, good riddance. So when people say goodbye, it means good riddance. They do not want to see you. They do not want you around them. But the society has taught them to say goodbye, even though they do not want to honor your presence. They do not want you in their homes. So I have also learned to say goodbye when I mean good riddance. To say glad to meet you without being glad. Look at that. Glad to meet you without being glad. We are still talking about this paradox. Then, and to say it's been nice talking to you after being bored. So you may have come across conversations, well, maybe when you chat with your colleagues, and how are you? The usual formulaic response would be, "I am fine." Everyone would use "I am fine," but are we really fine? So this is something we've learned over time. We were not born with expressions like this. We were not born with expressions like this. We learned these expressions over time. So this stanza 4 and stanza 5 tells us about how the man is part of the society he now criticizes. So it shows this level of inclusiveness. It shows this level of inclusiveness, that this man is part of this day. So the usage of day at the beginning of the stanza, at the beginning of the poem, is just to show us that he met the system in practice. So he became part of the system. So it is not that the system was initiated by him. No, the system was in existence before before he came into existence. Then he became part of the existence. So these two stanzas, stanza 4 and 5, is just to show they show us that the man is now part of this insincere, superficial society. But believe me, son, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. So he's back to talking to his son. He wants to be, he desires, he yearns to be what he used to be. What did he used to be? He used to be a child with puerile innocence, with the innocence, oblivious of what is right and what is wrong, oblivious of hatred and love. He wants to be, he wants to revert to that time where he doesn't where he did not have an enemy, a frenemy, or a friend. He was just living his life. So he wants to become a child. He wants to become a child, talking in emotions, in his interactions with others, in his interrogation of life, etc., etc. I want to unlearn all these muting things. By muting, he means this insincere muting things. He means this insincere expression of emotions, this superficial portrayal of human emotions. So he wants to be like, he wants to be free of this societal restrictions, societal expectations. Society, he wants to be free from this societal conformity. He wants to be free. He wants to do everything like a child would do. Most of all, I want to learn how to laugh. So he wants to learn how to laugh truly, sincerely. He wants to laugh. He wants to learn how to laugh sincerely. Well, if you see if you see a child smiling, if you see a child laughing, you would be envious of the child, because a child's laugh is infectious. You find yourself laughing as well, because it is coming from a place of genuineness. It is coming from the core of his or her being. So he wants this. He wants happiness, true happiness, not the superficial happiness the society has imposed on him, or the society has taught him to show. So he wants to be able to say, I am not fine, when asked if he was fine or how he was doing. So, and he sees these attributes, these genuine attributes in his own son, who is a child. So he envies his child's happiness, and he wants a dosage of that happiness too. For my laugh in the mirror shows only my teeth. So his laugh only shows his teeth. So he's not happy, but he has to laugh anyway, because that's what the society requires of him. So like a snake's bear fangs, when a snake bears its fang, it's not like it's there is danger underneath the bearing of fangs. There is danger underneath the bearing of fangs. So then the last stanza, which is the stanza 7 of the poem, we have, so show me, son, so show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile. So he is asking his son for directions. He is asking his son to show him how to laugh, how to express genuine emotion, genuine happiness, because he was once in his son's shoe, but the society has taught him, the society has eroded all that true happiness. So you can only learn, he can only learn from someone who has that genuine happiness, who happens to be his son. So show me, son, how to laugh. Show me how I used to laugh and smile once upon a time when I was like you. So he wants to be he wants his son to show him how he used to live when he was a child too. So this poem, one, apart from the fact that it satirizes the superficiality of emotion, the uh, fake the fake expression of emotions in our society, it is also a poem that wants or teaches us the lesson that we should guard our happiness, we should guard our emotions, we shouldn't conform to society, to some societal expectations. And from a father to a son, the father is saying indirectly that the son's happiness is something he shouldn't lose it to any society, to any society conformity. So apart from satirizing the thing, he's also telling his son not to lose what he has already, because the thing is valueless. It is it has it is actually priceless. Sorry, it is priceless. So that's basically what we have in the poem. So it's the poem is talking about the superficiality of emotions in adulthood, the complexity of the adult world, and from a father to a son, the father wants to learn uh, how to be truly happy, how to truly express his emotion, because the society has robbed him of this genuine expression of emotions. So this is basically what the poem is all about. And this is not the first time Gabriel Okara would be writing a poem like this. He was also the author of Vanity. He wrote Piano and Drums. He was also the writer of Piano and Drums, where he talked about the clash of African values represented by the symbol of a drum, and then Western values represented by the wailing piano. So, and we have an African who finds himself at the at counterpoints, who is unable to choose between the two, who is confused and who is unable to choose between the two. So this is another masterpiece from Gabriel Okara's Ink. So now we would look into some of the themes, yes, some of the themes in the poem. And talking about the themes in the poem, we have the loss of innocence. So themes. So we have a loss of innocence. And the father confirms this. He confirms it in this line. It is here, with his yearning for innocence. See, I want to be what I used to be when I was like you. So that he had that childhood innocence. He had that genuine happiness. He was at a point free from prejudices. So he wants, but the society has robbed him of that, and he wants to learn the thing back. He wants to regain these valued things that the society has taken away from him. So that's loss of innocence. And he's not the only one. He's not the only one that lost the innocence too. We have a day. We have day here. Third person plural pronoun they, representing a vast number of people who also lost their childhood innocence to societal conformity. So this is one theme in the poem. Then we have another theme, which is a societal conformity. Sorry, Societal conformity. So societal conformity comes out. Yeah, yes, yes. Societal conformity. You can use this stanza 4 to explain societal conformity. So I have learned to wear many faces like dresses: home face, office face, street face, host face, cocktail face, with all their conforming smiles. So faces, these different faces are what the society require of us. And in conforming to the thing, we have